You didn't have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened, that we were nothing. I don't even need your love.
Hello everyone. If you have learned the quadratic equations, you probably know the formula to solve one looks like this. Now, what if I tell you there's a better way? Now let's introduce you to Po-Shen Loh method. First, let's take a look at this quadratic equation and analyze it. As we learned before, there are three main ways to solve a quadratic equation: factorization, completing the square, and using the quadratic formula. Now let's try to solve this using factorization. First, let's see if there are two numbers that multiplies to 3 and adds up to -5. You'll see that it's not possible with clean numbers because the only way to get 3 from multiplication is either 3 times 1 or -3 times -1, and both pair doesn't add up to -5. Completing the square is possible, however, it often forces you into a fraction minefield. Take an equation above as an example. To complete the square, you have to find half of 5, square it to get 6.25, and then balance both sides of the equation while tracking decimals. It's a lot of algebraic bookkeeping where one small mistake ruins the whole result. At this point, most teacher would say just use the quadratic formula. However, look at the Po-Shen Loh approach. First, we have to take a look at this formula. Using this formula, we plug in the numbers. B is equal to -5 and C is equal to +3. Simplify this and we get 5/2 squared minus u squared equals 3. Square the 5/2 and we get 25/4. Then move the 25/4 to the other side, then multiply both sides by -1 and we get u squared equal to 25/4 minus 3. 25/4 minus 3 is 13/4, and square root both sides, we get u equal to plus or minus square root 13/4. Now let's plug in u and b into the second formula. We'll get x equal to 5/2 plus minus square root of 13/4. Simplify the square root and we'll get square root of 13/2. Congratulations, you have just found another easier way to solve a quadratic equation. But wait, there's a catch. This only works if the coefficient a in the quadratic equation is 1. If a is not 1, like in this quadratic equation right here, then you must divide the b and c terms by the coefficient a. Now just solve x normally using the Po-Shen Loh method. Now here is the formula again for you to take notes. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, leave a comment.